Outdoor reception, daylight is the sitch, day versus dusk is the sub-sitch. The sub-situation, in case you missed the sub-sitch. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. So in this video, what I want you guys to understand is just how dramatic a difference you can see by just waiting a little bit, you know, for daylight versus dusk light? Dusk.
Dusk light.
Dusk light. So the main thing here, the main consideration is the timeline. Do you have the time to actually wait it out and to get to dusk? Because if you do, I guarantee you're gonna end up with better images. It's gonna have more mood to it. The candles are gonna come through, like the overall toning is gonna look fantastic. So this is all about the timeline, what is the desired look for it, and to shoot with a cohesive look in the exact same light, okay? So that means don't start your shots at daylight and then conclude them at dusk.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. You're gonna have images that don't match up, and we're gonna show you just how dramatic of a difference that you get between this. So let's go ahead and jump into the first slide. So here you can see the times. This is at 6:22 p.m. and we have this at 6:28. So these are roughly similar. The only difference between these two shots is really the angle.
Yeah.
We're seeing more blue in this shot because it's shot from the ground, and so we're seeing actually more of the blue sky. But the toning is virtually identical between this shot and this shot. The only difference is this is much further back on a 7200. We're shooting it at 1500 f14. This is at f11. So you'll notice that here we're seeing this much sky, which is equivalent to right about like cutting off right here.
Yeah.
So that's why, and let me use my pen tool.
Since we've brought it here for this.
We got the pen tool, let's use that. So here, like the composition down here, you'll see that we have like this amount of space right here.
Yeah.
That's really just right above that. That's why we're seeing more blue in this corner right here.
Yeah.
I really just lawn and draw right now.
Oh my goodness. But I mean, you have a full image of the middle shot.
Blue.
That's blue. Okay. Child. Just children that I have to deal with.
Sorry.
Anyway, 2 hours later.
Happy cloud. Happy cloud.
Stop it.
Okay, moving on. So down here we have dusk. So this is about an hour and a half later. Now you're never gonna have an hour and a half to go and just come back on a wedding day. This is a styled shoot, and we're just kind of like we want to demonstrate how different these two things look.
Yeah.
So that's why we're doing it. So we took the exact same shot so you can see the blue tone of dusk kind of come through. Now for this specific scene, I do prefer the sunlit shot for this wide.
Yeah.
Because we have nice shadows coming off, we have good gold toning. Here it looks just a little bit bland, a little flat.
Yeah.
Little.
I was gonna be like, bang.
So f14, ISO 100, 1500. This is at 1100, f28, and ISO 800. So you can see how much light has dropped off by this point in the day.
I would say that any of these images, though, are worthy of publication.
Yeah, they all work.
If you shoot the rest of the details in the same light.
Correctamundo. And we're comparing only these shots like as standalones right now, and that's exactly what you're saying, is that if you had a good set next to this, it would be fantastic.
Yeah.
So let's look at that. Let's look at that. Okay, so this is the same set of details from the same scene. So this identical scene right here, shot at the exact same time. So this is right around 6:30. You'll see that in that type of lighting, I want you all to understand that you're gonna have a little harder of light, you're gonna have more contrast, you're gonna have more vivid colors, and any added light is not gonna be visible, meaning like your candles. If they lit the candles right now, they wouldn't be visible.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be black. By the way, look. Reflector used. Reflector was used here, and reflector was used here. But you can see it.
Yeah.
They all match, okay? We did the cohesive thing. It wasn't even, it wasn't even intentional.
It was intentional.
It wasn't a mistake. Okay, so that's one set right here. This is the same set shot at dusk, okay? So softer light, lower contrast. You get more pastel colors. You get more of that added light being visible. So now we can see the candles show through. We can see the LED string light so it doesn't look like power lines going through our shots.
Yeah.
The chandeliers are gonna light up. Everything just becomes much more visible. And which do you think every magazine would prefer if they had the option?
This last one.
Yeah. It's so much more romantic of a light, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's like Scream is Pinterest right here.
yeah.
I do want to make a note that I think the biggest problem and the reason why this chapter even exists is like if you have the opportunity to shoot at dusk, then do it.
Yes.
Point in case. But there could be like a situation where, cocktail hour ends and the guests start walking in at dusk. Because I mean, that's kind of how timelines work. They just don't work in your favor sometimes. And I don't think it's a bad idea to get a shot of like maybe like a motion blur shot of like people kind of walking around and like maybe
Yeah.
the couple in the frame at dusk, because I think it sets that scene again for the rest of the reception that you're going to be shooting, since there are string lights and you're always going to have that same ambient exposure.
Absolutely. The other thing I want to mention is that when it comes to timeline, so how does it actually work on a timeline? Well, a lot of timelines, the ceremony ends, everyone goes to cocktail hour. A lot of times that's around like say 5 or 6 p.m., about an hour to 2 hours before sunset. And they're going to be there for like an hour, hour and a half before they go into the grand, into the reception area,
Yeah.
whether that's outdoors. Well, in this case, it's outdoors,
Yeah.
right? So instead of rushing to go shoot the reception details, you just wait. Like, you just wait for kind of the tail end of cocktail hour. And I know they can be a little bit stressed because like, oh, well, if I have an hour to do it, I have an hour and I want an hour to do it. But you know what? You'd be better off getting cocktail hour candids and getting the feel of cocktail hour and doing all that, waiting for the tail 10 minutes, jumping in, starting with your wides, and then working in tight as people like might start filtering in. But you only need 5-10 minutes in an outdoor scene like this to
Yeah.
document everything. It doesn't take long.
Yeah.
The main thing here is I want them to keep in mind that the bride and groom generally don't go to cocktail hour either. So we want cocktail hour candids, we want cocktail hour details, we want those kind of things, because again, they're not going to be able to participate in it, and we want to be able to document that
Yeah.
for them. So I would say simply push back when you're going to shoot those reception details as far as possible to give yourself enough time and to utilize the best light.
Yep.
That's it.
Next video.